Magandang buhay mga bata! Tara, samahan ninyo akong matuto kasama si
Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and hit the notification bell for more videos. Thank you! Revised K-12 Curriculum. English, Grade 5, Quarter 2, Lesson 1. Our topic for this week is about analyzing story elements in a selection focusing on plot elements. This is Teacher Aika, your online teacher. Let's start! Learning competencies and objectives. First, compare and contrast story characters and settings. Second, predict how the plot unfolds or ends based on foregoing events. Third, retell a story by sequencing the key events in the plot using a plot diagram. Day 1. Let's have a short review. Do you remember reading a story with two characters who were total opposites? Perhaps one character was super outgoing and friendly, while the other was shy and reserved. Imagine one story happening in a spooky old mansion full of secrets, while another takes place on a bright sunny beach with crashing waves. Let's answer the following questions. Number 1. Now, think about how their personalities affected the story. Did they argue a lot or clash? Or did they learn from each other and become friends or teamwork? Possible answer: I think if one character is super outgoing and the other is shy, they might clash at first because they don't understand each other. For example, the outgoing one might want to explore the spooky mansion or swim far in the ocean, but the shy one might be scared. But later, they can learn from each other. The shy one might become braver and the outgoing one might learn to be more careful, so they can become friends and work as a team. Number 2, think about how the location, like the mansion or the beach, affected the characters and the whole feeling of the story or the mood. Did it make them scared or happy? Possible answer: the location really changes the mood. If the story is in a spooky, old mansion, it will make the characters feel scared or nervous, especially the shy one. The outgoing one might act brave but still get scared by secrets or ghosts. If it's at a bright, sunny beach, the mood is happy and fun. The shy one might feel relaxed and open up more, while the outgoing one will love playing and swimming. So the place affects how they feel and what happens in the story. KWLRQ chart. Write down what you already know and what you want to know about the elements of a short story. It will serve as the primary assessment of their understanding of the plot elements. And here's the KWLRQ chart. Example answer: what I know. I know that a story has characters, a setting, and events that happen. I also know that a plot has a beginning, a middle, and an end. I understand that stories usually have a problem that gets solved at the end. What I want to know. I want to know what each part of the plot is called and what it means. I want to learn how to tell the difference between the exposition, rising action, climax, falling action, and resolution. I also want to know how to find these parts in the story Night of the Moon. Lesson purpose. This lesson will help you master the different elements of a short story, especially focusing on the elements of a plot. Unlocking content vocabulary. Match column A and column B. Identify the word or phrase being described. Write the letter of the correct answer to the blank provided. Number 1, exposition. Answer B. This is where characters, setting, and the initial situations are introduced. Number 2, inciting incident. Answer D. The event that sets the main plot into motion, creating conflict. It is the conflict part of the story. Number 3, rising action. Answer E. Series of events that build tension and lead to the story's climax. Number 4, climax. Answer F. The highest point of tension or conflict in the story, where the protagonist faces a crucial decision or confrontation. Number 5, falling action. Answer C. Events that occur after the climax leading towards resolution. Number 6, resolution or denouement. Answer A. The final outcome or solution to the conflict, tying up loose ends. Let's talk about elements of a short story. Focus on plot elements. In the last quarter, you learned about the meaning and different elements of a short story. This time, we will still focus on the elements, but specifically on the different parts of a plot. A plot is a series of events that take place in the story. Let's talk about plot definitions. Elements of a plot. Number 1, exposition. This is where characters, setting, and the initial situation are introduced. Number 2, inciting incident. The event that sets the main plot into motion, creating conflict. Number 3, rising action. Series of events that build tension and lead to the story's climax. Number 4, climax. The highest point of tension or conflict in the story, where the protagonist faces a crucial decision or confrontation. Number 5, falling action. Events that occur after the climax, leading towards resolution. Number 6, resolution or denouement. The final outcome or solution to the conflict, tying up loose ends. Question: why is it important to understand the different elements of a plot? First, for engagement. Properly structured plots engage readers by creating anticipation and interest. If the plot is well formed, the story will be well written. Readers will get the storyline very easily and will understand its flow, thus making them more engaged to read the short story. Second is for character development. Plot elements allow for character growth and change through challenges and conflicts. If the plot of the story is well thought and constructed, characters in the short story will have a chance to show their values, attitudes, and development in the story. You will know the changes in their behavior and character through a wonderfully crafted plot. Third, narrative coherence. A well-structured plot ensures a coherent and meaningful narrative. This means that when a plot is well made, all the parts that make up the short story are interrelated and so much connected to each other, making it easier to understand and to read. A plot that is not coherent will result to confusion in the part of the readers. Fourth, emotional impact. Plot elements like climax and resolution evoke emotions and resonate with readers. Depending on how the events are sequenced, plots give the readers a thrill for reading. Some plots do flashback or going back to a past event. Some are linear and chronological, which base it on a particular time event. Some have no clear endings, which will leave readers hanging. And some will let you go back to the first part of the story as their ending. Question: how will I sequence a short story using plot elements? First, exposition. Introduce characters, setting, and establish the initial situation. Anything that you have read in the beginning of the story will contribute to the exposition of the short story. Second, inciting incident. Present the event that disrupts the protagonist's normal life and sets the story in motion. What particular event do you think is the first event that ignited the conflict or problem of the story? Use that as a tip to identify your inciting incident. Third, rising action. Develop tension through a series of conflicts, obstacles, and challenges that build towards the climax. What are the events in the story that are full of tension that you think leads to the highest point of the story? Those are parts of the rising action. Fourth, climax. Reach the story's highest point of tension or conflict, where the protagonist faces a critical decision or confrontation. Fifth, falling action. Show the aftermath of the climax, resolving minor conflicts and preparing for the resolution. What events happened after the climax but before the ending of the story? That is the falling action. Sixth, resolution or denouement. Provide closure by resolving the main conflict, tying up loose ends, and showing the consequences of the story's events. What happens in the ending of the story? Was the conflict resolved or not? These are elements to the resolution. Worked example. Learners will watch a simple story, Night of the Moon by Hena Khan. Here's the story synopsis. The story introduces Yasmin, a young Pakistani-American girl who lives with her family. As the story begins, Yasmin spots a thin crescent moon in the sky, signaling the start of Ramadan, the ninth month of the Islamic calendar. Yasmin is excited about the special month ahead. As Ramadan begins, Yasmin and her family start observing the fast. known as Som, from sunrise to sunset. Yasmin's mother wakes her up early for suhoor, the pre-dawn meal. Throughout the day, Yasmin learns about the significance of fasting, including themes of self-discipline, empathy for the less fortunate, and spiritual reflection. In the evenings, Yasmin and her family break their fast with iftar, the meal eaten after sunset. They enjoy traditional foods and spend time together. Yasmin also attends special nightly prayers called Taraweeh at the mosque with her family, where she meets friends and feels a strong sense of community. The story then proceeds with the arrival of Cha'and Ra'at, or Night of the Moon, which signifies the end of Ramadan and the arrival of Idil al-Fitr, a joyous celebration. Yasmin and her family prepare for Eid by decorating their home, shopping for new clothes, and making special dishes. On the day of Eid al-Fitr, Yasmin wakes up early to get ready for the special day. She wears her new clothes and joins her family for Eid prayer at the mosque. After the prayer, there are festivities including visiting friends and family, exchanging gifts, and enjoying delicious food. Yasmin appreciates the sense of togetherness and celebratory atmosphere. The story concludes with Yasmin reflecting on the meaningful experiences of Ramadan and the joy of Eid. She feels grateful for the lessons learned and the cherished memories created with her family and community. The book ends on a note of happiness and fulfillment as Yasmin looks forward to observing Ramadan again next year. Before reading or viewing questions. 1. What do you know about Ramadan and Eid al-Fitr? Possible answer: I know that Ramadan is a holy month for Muslims when they fast from sunrise to sunset and pray a lot. Eid al-Fitr is the celebration that happens at the end of Ramadan when they eat and spend time with family and friends. Number 2. Have you ever celebrated a special holiday or tradition with your family? What was it like? Possible answer: yes, I celebrate Christmas with my family. It's really fun because we put up a Christmas tree, give gifts, and eat together. I feel happy because everyone is together and we share food and stories. During reading or viewing. Number 1. What is the significance of seeing the thin crescent moon at the beginning of the story? Possible answer: the thin crescent moon means Ramadan has started. It is very special because Muslims use the moon to know when to start and end Ramadan. Number 2. What is suhoor and why is it important during Ramadan? Answer: suhoor is the meal before sunrise. It's important because it gives people energy for fasting the whole day. Number 3. How does Yasmin feel about fasting and what does she learn from it? Answer: Yasmin feels excited but also curious about fasting. She learns that fasting is not just about food, but about understanding how others feel and being thankful. Number 4. What is iftar and what kinds of foods does Yasmin's family eat to break their fast? Answer: Iftar is the meal to break the fast at sunset. Yasmin's family eats dates, fruits, and yummy food together. Number 5. What are some activities Yasmin participates in at the mosque during Ramadan? Answer: Yasmin goes to the mosque where she prays, listens to stories, and does fun activities with other kids. Number 6. Why is Cha'an Ra'at or Night of the Moon so special to Yasmin and her family? Answer: Cha'an Ra'at or Night of the Moon is special because it's the night before Eid. Yasmin's family decorates, buys new clothes, and puts on henna. Number 7. What preparations do Yasmin and her family make for Eid al-Fitr? Answer: They clean the house, cook food, buy gifts and new clothes, and get ready for a big family party. Number 8. How does Yasmin feel when she wakes up on the day of Eid al-Fitr? Answer: Yasmin feels very happy and excited because Eid al-Fitr is finally here. Number 9. What are some ways Yasmin and her family celebrate Eid al-Fitr? Answer: They go to the mosque, pray, wear new clothes, give gifts and money to kids, and eat a big meal with family and friends. Questions after reading or viewing. Number 1. What was your favorite part of the story and why? Possible answer: My favorite part is when Yasmin puts on henna with her mom because it looks fun and pretty and shows family love. Number 2. How does Yasmin's understanding of Ramadan and Eid change throughout the story? Possible answer: At first, Yasmin didn't really understand why people fast, but in the end, she learns that it helps her feel thankful and kind to others. Number 3. Why is it important for Yasmin to learn about empathy and charity during Ramadan? Answer: It's important because Yasmin learns to think about people who don't have enough food and to help them. Number 4. How does the story show the importance of family and community? Possible answer: The story shows family and community are important because they pray, eat, and celebrate together. Number 5. Can you think of a time when you learned something important from a family tradition or celebration? Possible answer: I learned from Christmas that giving is more important than getting gifts. It feels good to share. Discussion questions for the class. Number 1. Why do you think fasting is an important part of Ramadan for Yasmin and her family? Possible answer: Fasting is important because it teaches Yasmin and her family self-control, empathy, and thankfulness. Number 2. How do the illustrations help you understand the story better? Answer: the illustrations help me see what the mosque looks like, how they dress, and how they celebrate, so I understand the story better. Number 3. What are some similarities and differences between Ramadan or Eid and a holiday you celebrate? Possible answers: Ramadan and Eid are like Christmas because both have special meals, prayers, and giving gifts. But in Ramadan, people fast and we don't fast at Christmas. Number 4. How do Yasmin's experiences during Ramadan help her grow as a person? Answer: Yasmin grows because she understands more about kindness, helping others, and her culture. Number 5. What is the setting of the story and how important is the setting of the story? Answer: the setting is Yasmin's home, the mosque, and the night sky. It's important because it shows the traditions and how the moon is connected to the story. Number 6. What messages or lessons do you think the author wanted to share through this story? Answer: the author wants us to learn about another culture and understand sharing, kindness, family, and community. Activity, plot, analysis. Instructions based on the story provide the needed information in the plot diagram below. Here are the possible answers that you can write on the diagram. Exposition. The story starts by introducing Yasmin, a young girl who learns that Ramadan is about to begin. We see her family, her home, and how excited she is to see the thin crescent moon that marks the start of Ramadan. Inciting incident. The sighting of the crescent moon is the event that sets the story in motion. It means Ramadan has begun, and Yasmin will join her family in the traditions like fasting, praying, and going to the mosque. Rising action. Yasmin tries fasting for the first time, wakes up early for suhoor, goes to the mosque, helps her mom decorate, and learns about charity and helping others. She feels excited and sometimes tired but keeps learning. Climax. The climax happens on Cha'an Ra'at or Night of the Moon. Yasmin stays up late with her family, gets henna on her hands, and sees the new crescent moon that means Ramadan is over and Eid al-Fitr will start. She feels very proud and happy for finishing Ramadan. Falling action. Yasmin and her family finish last-minute Eid preparations, pick out clothes, wrap gifts, and get ready for the big day. Resolution. On Eid al-Fitr, Yasmin wakes up excited, wears new clothes, goes to the mosque for Eid prayers, eats delicious meal, and celebrates with her family and friends. She feels thankful and understands the meaning of Ramadan and Eid better. Day 4. Learners' takeaways. Fill out the following parts: what I learned, What questions do I still have in mind, and what is my reflection to the lesson? What I learned. I learned that the exposition is where the characters, setting, and situation are introduced. The inciting incident is the event that starts the main problem in the story. The rising action is made up of events that build up to the climax. The climax is the most exciting part of turning point of the story. The falling action comes after the climax and shows what happens next. The resolution is how the story ends and how the problem is solved. I learned that in Night of the Moon, I can find all these plot elements. What questions do I still have? I still wonder how I can practice finding the plot elements in other stories. I also wonder if there are stories where it is hard to find all the plot parts. I want to know if a story can have more than one climax too. What is my reflection? I think learning about plot elements helps me understand stories better. I feel happy because now I can explain what happens in each part of a story. I want to keep practicing so I can retell stories clearly and share what I learned with other people. Formative assessment, multiple choice quiz. Instructions, provide a letter of the correct answer in your respective answer sheets. Number 1. What signals the start of Ramadan in the story? A. A full moon. B. The sun setting. C. A thin crescent moon. Or D. A special prayer. Answer C. A thin crescent moon. Number 2. What meal do Yasmin and her family eat before dawn during Ramadan? A. Iftar. B. Suhoor. C. Lunch. Or D. Dinner. Answer B. Suhoor. Number 3. What is the main reason Yasmin and her family fast during Ramadan? A. To lose weight. B. To celebrate a holiday. C. To practice self-discipline and empathy. Or D. To have more time to play. Answer C. To practice self-discipline and empathy. Number 4. What is the name of the meal that Yasmin's family eats to break their fast each evening? A. Suhoor. B. Eid. C. Iftar. Or D. Lunch. Answer C. Iftar. Number 5. Where does Yasmin go with her family for special prayers during Ramadan? A. Church. B. School. C. Mosque. Or D. Park. Answer C. Mosque. Number 6. What special night marks the end of Ramadan and the arrival of Eid al-Fitr? A. Suhoor night. B. Eid night. C. Cha'and Ra'at or night of the moon. Or D. Ramadan night. Answer C. Cha'and Ra'at or night of the moon. Number 7. What does Yasmin wear on the day of Eid al-Fitr? A. Her school uniform. B. New clothes. C. Pajamas. Or D. A costume. Answer B. New clothes. Number 8. How does Yasmin feel on the morning of Eid al-Fitr? A. Sad. B. Excited and happy. C. Tired or D. Bored? Answer B. Excited and happy. Number 9. What are some activities Yasmin does with her family on Eid al-Fitr? A. Going to the beach and swimming. B. Visiting friends and family, exchanging gifts and eating special meals. C. Going to school and doing homework. Or D. Watching TV all day. Answer B. Visiting friends and family. Number 10. What important values does Yasmin learn during Ramadan? A. Competition and winning. B. Generosity, empathy, and community. C. Laziness and boredom. Or D. Spending money and shopping. Answer B. Generosity, empathy, and community. Maraming salamat sa panonood. Huwag kalimutang i-like at mag-subscribe para sa higit pang educational content. I-click ang bell icon para ma-update ka sa ating mga bagong video. Salamat!